Much with, of course, his zone. I'm low-key gonna
on that western side as we have the entry coming in wide from VP and Cryptics.
You said when you were a kid, Tarzan, you're not battled.
Slightly the western side, you're having all those junctions out, they can actually add more pressure. Seems like that's not really the case, but water treatment may just heat up here. Fate wants to crash this gas station.
Fate for going in onto Cryptics. They want some lunch in the gas station. They want a pit stop. It's 4 kills for Cryptics. Potentially could be nommed straight ahead for Fate. They dive on in, but it's an instant potential deletion from lane. But he's still not gone down just yet. This is the weirdest fight, but finally Marshall reloads and takes him down. That was the latest ever for Fate. They were the ones gobbled away. Well, the hill going to defend them is, of course, RAT. Do not have vision until now. They step back over, and unfortunately, Famer, he's on his own. There's no support. I thought maybe they could have took it, but it's a solo. Doing all of that carnage is unfortunate. I don't think we can say the same for Birch's Pro. Their time for Essen might just come to an end.
God. Man, like, this is so harsh. They are not... You know, the gods of Pubg say, okay, we've got wing 1, 2, 3, 4 hilltops that you can kind of play. Play half of them, is what they say. No, half, well, maybe on the northern side, a little bit on the east. And that's about it. And that is still going to...
Try to look for those kills on the opposite end, but he needs to wake up to the music of DRS inside the front line. On the back end, it's a third party. Look at Sudo, then the aggression of DRS to go for the kills. They might have just been punished. They might have just been put down as Galesen now falls too, and Mappy and Ninja. It's an absolute gone wrong disaster for DRS as they finally heal back. 2 members, Never Alone, will finally fall. Somehow they survive.
You know what? Like, this circle is really testing the game plan of these teams. Like, it's about where you have set up your previous players before. It's about neutral fights. It's about cutting losses. It's so hard to enter with no casualties. As you can see, AJ trying to get to a spot and is a complete bet. Look at all these grounds that he has to have into without any info.
Fire also now stepping up against Cryptics. It's these fights Tarzan on every end of the zone because everyone decided to live. No one wanted to fight inside the early stages, and then the hard shift comes. Where do these players go? They have to use the vehicles, but wait, they don't have vehicles. They've only got smokes, and it's a long, slow road in. Even faster though exit for the rest of Falcons, down to 12 teams, and we're finally falling short of these health bars, of these players. So many solo squads. 4 solos already remaining.
Tough circle. I mean, I really feel for these players. Look at the side of VP. I think that's also this style that we're seeing from them, that they have so many utilities and sometimes not having the meds to really buy themselves a little bit more time in case things go south. I always think like meds is extremely important in a way, but it's just different metas, different regions, I feel like. And right now we have a good amount of teams rushing in from that western side as we see the Ultimate trying to claim this away from NSE.
Keep in mind though, the Ultimate also Tarzan, they've had 2 big games so far. Yeah. As quiet as has been onto this 4th game, we cannot forget the loudness is coming out of the Ultimate squad. They have risen already, of course, to this 4th spot so far. They are not slowing down when it comes to these kills, but I think neither are now some of these other teams when it comes to danger also waking up to that music. If you have to be able to make something or just fall, stay quiet in the game. And Nashrat, they are trying to use that advantage of being one of those low health teams, low point teams, should I say, trying to make that surprise run, but the Ultimate keep them pinned. They will now address themselves upstairs and welcome Nashrat, but it's 1-for-1 trade, a confirmed for now, but a reload is not enough as it got caught in hand with a new gun. Wanted drops 2 and Nashrat down to a solo player, but is in it in phase 6. It's about to close in. 3 teams remaining inside the barns. Outside, we've got even more carnage. It's all blowing up, but Yala still somehow survived. Triple D gone out of the fight is now the next phase shifts. Tarzan, we're into a fully open-fledged zone, and the only team inside it is Nashrat.
Yes, I mean, like, yourself got a bit of an entry spot on that eastern side, right? But you know what? This is the time for Ultimate to make that game-winning push. They got those 2 players from NSE. I think NSE needs to think about why they had to do that 2-2 split. How could they possibly make that work? But right now, it's DRS fighting for their life as well, and the answer is no. Twisted Minds got the circle for a few times now, and it's time to make this one count. 5 kills on board with no casualties.
And Caton's playing spoiler. He's in the midst of of everyone. He is getting the kills that they need. Yes, Biggles in the zone, he drops down, but Abaya might be next to the cutting block as T2K also desperate to make it inside, but where do you go? There is nowhere to hide coming inside, Taz, and you need the utility, you need the smokes, and Abaya, they feel this pain oh so much as Kaito steps further forward, chops him down, and Mohammed is gone.
Man, like, you could have created one kill for a buy right there. It's all a matter of trigger discipline. Just wait. You know, you can tank a little bit, take one knock, one flash. That's what you can do. Every point really counts in this tournament. You cannot make those mistakes, and that is the beauty of Pubg, right? In the small things, as we slowly have this blue zone closing, more Tech Warriors need to fight for Max right there. I mean, that's his prediction. That is his team of choice, and need to go further. But no, maybe the curse does come through. NSC with their duo are trying to strike from this compound.
Don't jinx it, Tarzan. Max needs some love, okay? He needs some luck in his life. It's short-bound, and it's short-lived. But finally, maybe he could survive. But Josh Tech Warriors, they are dropping, though. And Nashvat, too, making those plays, is albeit we haven't forgot about the ultimate still to enter in. They finally make that move, but only to their death. In another Northern shift, there's still 0 players inside of Phase 7, Taz, and it gets only worse.
I think the sign of the ultimate need to know is a game-winning crash to crash into last 2 players of NSC. Of course, they can't see what we see. They just know there's a compound there, but I still think it's a good time to make a play. They're a little bit stuck in the middle. They're not quite decisive enough, and now they need to chase the zone. And it's a huge amount of point difference in this top 5, really. It's how much is that again? I can't do that math right now. No, it's 9. 9 is the answer. It's a huge amount of points. And yes, look at that mid-table. That's the point difference that you need to see to jump up by, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 places.
It's huge for Yala, though, who have everyone alive. R8T was the next closest to them. Almost a 50-point difference. You could see by the end of this even more. If Yala can survive, they got all 4 players. They're the only one with a full squad. They're facing duos in solos. This could be their second game of the day. Never mind this entire tournament with 8 kills already on board.
There's something about their synergy that is working very, very well. Of course, one not upon them, not the best one, but they enter areas knowing every side they need to take care of. But it's the long range right here, but TU is also trying to strike.
It's fights on fights, and of course, you try to look at Yala, you forgot about behind you, and there, of course, TU, they tried to strike in the ultimate, they grab themselves back on top. Track, yes, is down, but a revive should come through. They're inside of zone. But where do you continue to move? The backpacks are off. There is no grass or Miramar or little tufts of it that. This is a completely flat and open play zone.
It's interesting because we always see these maneuvers, right? In that late game, they need to take off your backpack, all those stuff, do a little bit of backpack management that go in, and you don't usually see that in Miramar quite a lot, but they may need that as we lose 2 teams in the last, like, 5-6 seconds. Offset Warrior actually makes into top 3.
This is huge for them, but even bigger, of course, here for NSC as they step up. Yes, they are low, but they are solo. It might just be as well. Their next top team coming onto the leaderboard. The ultimate, who have gone from first to second place. They might get another second though here if they can't defend. Uaz with a solo outplay.
No!
He grabs the second. NSC, that's right. We wanted to see more. They needed that win.